In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is محمد رابع from safwatalforsan private school in Taif. Today I will talk about simple past tense. Before we talk about simple past tense, I'd like to talk about, as you can see here on the board, kinds of verbs. Verbs are divided into two forms. Number one, regular verbs. Number two, irregular verbs. What is the difference between regular verb and irregular verb? As you can see here, regular verbs, you can add the letter D, ED, or IED, as you can see. When we add D, we add D when the verb ends with E. When you see E, with regular verbs, add only the letter D, like, liked, liked. Here we pronounce, we say like it, not like it. Play, here we add ed, play, played, played. The third one, study. Notice here, with the letter Y, you have to concentrate on the letter which precedes the letter Y. If you find a consonant like D, you have to drop the letter Y and add IED. Study, studied, studied. Notice here, when we found the letter A, it's a vowel. We don't drop Y, we add ED directly. So regular verbs, we add D, ED, or IED. Number two, we have irregular verbs. This is the opposite of regular. Irregular verbs like cut. You notice some verbs don't change. Cut, cut, cut. So in the present, we call this present. And we call verb 2 past. And we call verb 3 past participle. Here, present, past, and past participle. Every verb in the English language should be divided like this: present, past, and past participle. In irregular verbs, some verbs don't change, like cut, present, in the past cut, in the past participle cut. Some verbs like win, in the past won, and also in the past participle won. Let's look at the verb see. It has three forms: see, saw, seen. This is the difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. To know the tenses, to know the tense, you should know these verbs. You should define the verb. Is it regular or irregular? And now we come to the title, simple past tense. And I will talk about 3 points. Number 1, affirmative. Number 2, interrogative. Number 3, negative. Let's see the form of the affirmative sentence. A sentence should start with subject. Like, for example, he. The verb in the past, simple past, should be in the verb to, in the past, as you can see there. He played complement football, for example. So in the affirmative sentence, we should start with subject he, verb to played, football. This is, we call it object, an object. And the interrogative means yes, no question. We should start with did in the past, did. And then comes the subject, did he. What about the verb? The verb should be verb 1. Did he play football? And at the end, question mark. Here we have full stop. Notice here, in the affirmative, we use verb 2. In the question, we use verb 1. This is very important. Did he play football? Number 3, negative. Should start with subject like he. Number 2 comes didn't. He didn't. The verb should be verb 1, didn't play football. Full stop. So you have to notice that the verb changes. In the affirmative, it should be verb 2, past. In the question, you should use did plus verb 1, like this. In the negative, you should use didn't before the verb, and the verb should be in the present, verb 1. This is the simple past tense, affirmative, interrogative, and negative. The last thing here, as for the verb be in the past, verb be is different, as you can see here. In the present, we have am, is, and are. In the past, we have was, were. In the past participle, we have been. Notice here, look at this sentence. He was here yesterday. This is affirmative. What about the question? When we make a question, we start with was. Then comes the subject he, was he, here, yesterday, and the question mark. When we change into negative, we say he was not. We add not. Here, yesterday. So the verb to be is different from other verbs in the question and negative. In the negative, you add not. At the end of my lesson, I want to tell you that we have clue words. We have 3 words indicates to the past symbol or symbol past. Number 1, yesterday. Number 2, last. Number 3, ago. Look at this question. Number 1, he. Here we have space, football, last week. And here we have 3 choices. Number 1, A, play, B, played. Number 3, C, plays. In this example, we have here the word last. This word is used with the simple past tense. So we have here to choose verb 2. Play, played, played. So the correct answer is played. Why? Because we have the word last. This word, we call it clue word. Clue means important or a key word to the past. This is the end of my lesson today. Thank you very much. See you later. Goodbye.